Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Colbert, and for this week's discussion, I decided to tackle prompt 2, which was to provide real-life examples of neighborhood effects on children and/or families, and propose ways in which local churches can do or what they can do to alleviate its adverse effects. So, to first discuss the impact that a neighborhood may have on a child and his family, especially depending on the type of neighborhood, I like to take myself as an example. I'm originally from Philadelphia, Southwest Philadelphia to be exact, and I did not grow up in the best neighborhood. It was crime in my neighborhood. I wouldn't say complete poverty, but it definitely was a low income neighborhood. And some of the things that was seen in the neighborhood was a lot of broken homes. Although I didn't come from a broken home, there were a lot of broken homes, single parents, single mothers, single fathers, just people selling drugs around the neighborhood and different kind of things like that. As a child, my thought process from seeing all of this and seeing this struggle in this neighborhood was that this is not what I want for my life going forward. I don't want to be a teen mom. I don't want to grow up and still be stuck here in this neighborhood. That was my mindset. So in that instance, my history and growing up in such a type of a neighborhood caused me to push harder, caused me to kind of set better goals for myself. As I grew up, far as my family is concerned, as I said, I didn't grow up in a broken family. I did have both my parents in the home along with my sister, and I do have two older siblings who were grown by the time I came along. But we were a tight-knit family, and even on our block, and if you ever been to Philadelphia, there's like blocks, like row homes, blocks and stuff. And on our block was tight knit. Like, you can go to your neighbor for something, or if your parents had to work, you know that at least four of your neighbors are keeping an eye out on your house and keeping an eye out on you. So from that instance, what I did learn growing up was that community was important, and that connecting together is a big deal, and looking out for one another is a great thing. The local churches in my neighborhood did a lot at that time to try to combat the negative things going on in the neighborhood. One of the churches, it was actually located right down the street from my house. Every single summer, they did a summer camp. And they did free lunches for children, because they knew, like how we talk about these things now with kids being on virtual learning and a lot of kids being at home, and some parents can't afford to feed their children all day, and some kids mainly get their lunches at school. So even back then, the churches realized that, and they understood that we need to help our neighborhood. We need to push forward and aid in at least offering free lunch, offering a place for these children to go. Again, when I was growing up in our neighborhood, in our community, we did have recreation centers. That was another place where we could go and we can be free, go to the public pool, go to the park, and so on and so forth. In terms of the negative impacts, the most the church, I feel that the church can only do but so much. They can preach, you have your pastors, your reverends and stuff. They can preach and they can try to lead people to a more positive path, but at the end of the day, it's for that individual or that group of people to decide to do better for themselves. The church can be there to be an aid for those who are seeking help, and be that comforting set of arms for those people that actually want to improve their life, those people that actually seeking God's advice and everything like that. But in terms of like really making a full impact in the neighborhood, is really, in my opinion, is really up to the neighborhood. The neighborhood and people in the neighborhood have to decide that they want a change. So that is my response to prompt 2. Thank you.